Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So today guys, we are going to start on that Fiat 500, the one with the rear end damage. I think I found a tailgate in colour. So fingers crossed that this works out. But the one thing I really want to get in colour is the tailgate, because that'll be the one thing that's going to be the hardest thing to paint, I've got to be honest. So, fingers crossed, this works out all right. Let's get the Citroen C1 outside, bring the Fiat 500 in, we'll get cracking, and we'll start and we'll see what actually is the damage. What's the damage like behind the bumper? Because we don't know that yet, we haven't seen it. We haven't done a damage assessment. We're going to do that today as well. So, let's get cracking. Another busy day. Yesterday was crazy busy, but I love it. So let's get cracking, guys. Let's get the Fiat in. Let's do this. Right, okay, so here we go, guys. We've got the Fiat 500 in the workshop. We're going to start pulling all this apart today and having a good crack at this car and just see what needs to be done. Yeah, we know, obviously, tailgate. We know rear light. We know bumper. Apart from that, I'm not sure until we start taking this apart. So, yeah, definitely an issue with the handbrake on this one as well. Definitely an issue with the handbrake because it goes right up. It shouldn't be like that at all. So whether or not it needs adjusting or there's something going on with the cables, something's happening down there, I'm not sure, but we'll just have to get into it. Go through the process, find out what's going on, and then we'll go from there. It's not that bad, considering the tyre is still movable. So once I undo that tyre will just come straight out. So it's not gone and pushed, and done a lot of damage when it comes to it's put pressure on the tyre. Nothing like that at all. So that's good news. Like I said, I think I found one in colour. I've just got to go and have a look at it, really, and see if it's usable or not. Never know. It might be. And, yeah, we'll just sort of I'll start taking this all apart now, and I'll set you up. Let's get cracking. So guys, there we go. That is all stripped off so we can actually see what is going on and obviously where the damage is. I had a funny feeling that it missed the actual crash bar, and it has. It's gone straight above it. It's not even touched this. I haven't undone it yet, and I will do, get it off, but it went straight above. So yeah, I think we're able to reuse that. As long as it's got no twist or buckle in it, then we can reuse that. And I will check it to make sure. Even the slightest bit, I'm going to change it if it's been hit. But yeah, you can see, obviously there is where the impact was. And it sort of pushed it there, squashed it a little bit, and then pushed that corner out a little bit. But the top piece hasn't been touched. That hasn't been moved. You can see down here, it's completely straight where it should be. And then you just got a little buckle on this bit here. And yeah, you can see it. Can you see up there? So you can see it here a little bit. So as it's pushed it, it's separated that a little bit. So that needs pushing back together. This tub, that seems like it's got a little bit of a pull, like a push over. So that obviously... Basically, what I've sent the body shop guy. I've sent them all the pictures around here, this inside. He's got all the pictures now, And he called me up and he said, because I sent him the pictures and I said, look, what parts do you need me to order? Do you need me to get this quarter? Do you need me to get this back end, this panel? What parts do you need me to get? He said, well, looking at it, he said, no parts. He said, that'll pull out and straighten up easy. He said, if it was like, really bad across the back here, then he would say, yeah, let's just do the panel across the back or whatever. But he said, because it's in the corner and it's like a box section, he said it's just nice and it's nice and easy to pull back out. He said it won't need any parts on his part to pull that back out, straighten it back up. But yeah, it's just like a box section. He said, and it's quite flimsy. He said, easily be able to pull that out. He said, that's nothing. He said, give me a challenge. I said, I can only give you what I've got. So yeah, that's where we are with this. We're going to have to change that light. I've just went and picked up the tailgate I was mentioning you about. I'm going to bring that in a minute. It's in the back of the boot. So I'm going to bring it back. I'll bring it in here and I'll show you what it is. I have got a bumper, but not in colour, because this colour, you just can't find these bumpers anywhere. And if you do, I have found one or two and they're just ridiculous money. And I think it's because of the actual colour. It's this, where is it? It's that colour there, which is, 695. Very, very strange colour. But a very, very nice colour. It's grey. It's a very, very nice colour. So, yeah, that's where the damage is. It's there. But let me show you what I found. Because I have found the reason why the handbrake don't work properly. And I'll show you that now. So, I've already found that the shocks, this side has gone. You can see it, the rubber. So we're going to have to replace the shocks. On that's this side. But let me show you the reason why it has no handbrake. And that's because the handbrake cable is completely snapped off. There, look. It ain't done in the damage. It's just rusty. Look at it, look. It's just rusted off. And it's just snapped. So we've got to replace some handbrake cables. And that's the reason why. This shock seems to be all right, I've got to be honest. Seems pretty solid. So, but I do like to do things as a pairs if I can. So we're going to strip these rear drums off, get them off, clean all them up as well inside, tidy all that up. We've got to do that anyway because we've got to get the handbrake cable out. So it's all got to be stripped down. Done this before, no problem. Pretty quick and easy. We have got these trims to replace. To be honest with you, the middle one wasn't that bad, but because it got hit there and smashed a bit of the top of the plastic, I'm just taking it off and replacing it. And this plastic piece here as well needs to replace as well. So once he's done all his pulling on this corner, he will then just put the trim back on, or I'll put it on afterwards or whatever. I think he needs it on to line it back up. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm going to get those plastics as well. But so far, so good. It's just a case of just going through the motions, getting things done, and just finding out issues and problems and getting them resolved, basically. And the handbrake, I knew there's a problem with the handbrake because it's just completely gone. And that's the reason that cable's completely snapped off, which is crazy. But they must rust at some point, I suppose. Just broke. So yeah, but I'll see what I can get hold of them. So there we go. But let's keep going. Now let's get this crash bar off, and I'll have a look to see if there's any twist or buckle or movement in that. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be able to reuse this crash bar because it hasn't been touched. And yeah, well, can't really start stripping the actual drums down because I want to be able to move this car in and out, I suppose. Let's go for the tailgate next. I'll bring the other one in and then I'll show you it, compare it. Let's get the old one off. Yeah, yeah, let's keep going. Let's do this. Right, okay, so there we go, guys. That is the old loom pulled out, and you can see I've got 2 wires. So one goes to that section there, like that, and then this one is for the other section of wires, because there's two parts to this. I have just taken out apart this as well, just to check these wires on the original one, and there's no broken wires in there. So all I've got to do is put a little cable tie around that, connect it back up, and yeah, we're okay. I was just a bit worried that was going to be wires broken or something in there. Do you know the normal stuff that these Fiat 500s suffer from with the boot wiring loom? But it's good, it's okay. So yeah, making some good progress so far. And let me just show you. I'm not going to shut it completely because I've got the wires in there, but we have got an absolute spot on match when it comes to this colour. It's bang on. Bit dirty, but yeah, it's exactly the right colour, the shade, everything. So yeah, what a result. And that's what really was needed, was to get this boot in colour, because I didn't want to go down the route of painting another boot in this colour, because it's an absolute joke. And I think that one, that boot, tailgate, sorry, I keep calling it a boot, it's a tailgate. The tailgate cost me £50 in colour. And I've just got this bumper as well. We're going to paint this bumper the same colour. I'm going to get a tin of the colour match for this car, and we're going to paint this. And that cost me £30. So yeah, considering like some bumpers in colour, they're asking for like £200. It is crazy. So yeah, let's carry on. I'll set you up. Let's now pull this wiring loom through, so that we got the wires where they should be. Connect all that back up. We've got to put the boot release there as well, but I'll clean that before I put that back. I don't know if you noticed, but I cleaned in there before before I put this tailgate on, just to it looks a lot cleaner. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, there we go. Right, let's keep going. Let's just see how far we get. Let's do this. Right, well, there you go, guys. That is the tailgate in place and all wired up, as you can see there. I've left this cover off for the moment because he can get to the 2 bolts. I don't think he can get to the 2 bolts with the cover on. I'm not sure now. I'm just questioning myself. I don't think you can. Let me just double check. Yeah, no, it covers it up, let's see. So I'm going to leave this off because then he might have to, the body shop might have to adjust that lock to suit this one down here. Because I've taken it all off, it's not, you know, it might not be in the right position for him or whatever. I've tried to central it as much as I can, but yeah, I'm just going to leave that off. That's the reason for that. But yeah, the wiring loom pulled through pretty easy, and everything's been put back where it should be. So looking good, and the colour as well, the colour match to it is spot on. It's absolutely spot on, exactly where it needs to be. So yeah, I'm well happy with it. So yeah, that's really all I can do when it comes to that. Don't want to sort of take it any further. Don't need to sort of do anything in here. He's going to do all that work. It needs to be exposed. I can't put nothing back. Do you know what I mean? It's now ready for the body shop, but we have got a bit more time today. So I was thinking, strip down these, strip down, strip down the rear drums and get to these brake cables. I'm not sure what to do at the minute. Let's see how it goes. Let me do it. Let's see how it goes. I'll set you up. Let's get cracking. Let's keep going for now. And let's just see how far we get. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. So that's the rear cables for the handbrake. They're both off the drums, all off. But yeah, it's completely snapped, rusted away. Unbelievable. But it don't take long because, you know, I've done this loads now. I've done loads of this rear work on these Fiat 500s. So you kind of get quicker and quicker at it. I know how to take it apart. I know how to sort of strip it down and sort of get it all done. Yeah, so, and also I've been over to the breakers, the Fiat 500 breakers near me, who just breaks Fiat 500s. I got a rear light off him, so that's done. I've got the trims. This is the center one, and this is the corner one that goes in there. So I've got these off him as well. Also, he's going to get off, they're not off, they're still on a car that's, I think he said it was like a 2016-17 plate. And yeah, the cables are really good condition. So he's going to take them off for me, and I'm going to go and get them on Monday. And the other thing he's got as well, he's got 2 more or less brand new shocks for the rear as well. So I'm going to get those off him as well. So yeah, really moving along quite quickly with this one. And yeah, it should be all right. But unfortunately, we've run out of time. So I'm going to have to call it there. that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching me doing this one and follow the progress. It's not going to take much now to get that pulled out and get that sorted out and repaired. And then once I put the bumper on, I'll get that sprayed. We'll put the bumper on. And yeah, it won't take long for the rear end to be done. And then we can turn our attention to the actual engine, the front end, the flashing mileage as well. That's flashing. We've got to deal with that. So there is a few bits and pieces. We've still got to get the seats out. We've still got to clean the seats, do the interior. Loads and loads of bits and pieces doing this car. But, you know, good progress so far in part 1. So, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop me a comment below. Give the video a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. See you soon.